gold is constantly attacked and derided as an investment for unsophisticated people, for the dummies, for the crazies, for the paranoids who think society is collapsing, don't believe in the US dollar or whatever. And so I asked you last night to look up the performance of gold relative to, let's just pick the markets, the S&P, Standard & Poor's 500 biggest companies in the United States. That's like a widely used measurement. The performance of gold was, it beat the market by almost twice. Am I making this up in my mind?
Well, if we look at performance over the time period from, say, January 2000 until today.
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. You see gold up roughly a little over 1,000%, whereas the S&P is up less than 400% over that same time period, including dividends. So it's clear that there's something more happening with gold.
Can you say that one more time? So in the last 25 years, if you bought an index fund, or let's just say, strictly speaking, the performance of the S&P for the last 25 years and 2 months has been what? It's up what?
It's something less than 400%.
And gold is up what?
Over 1,000.
Okay. Over 25 years. This is not just like some, because there's been a run on gold recently. The spot price has risen a lot to record highs. So anyone who says gold, and I know like Warren Buffett or all these other geniuses are like all against gold, but like actually, if you'd gone all in on gold 25 years ago, you'd be more than twice as rich as someone who just kept it in the markets. That's what you're saying?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. So like, why didn't I know that till last night?
Well, it seems to have been a policy objective of the United States government to discourage the use of gold and to suppress its price relative to the dollar in order to maintain dollar dominance on the world stage. And that dollar dominance has been the primary means by which we've been able to live well beyond our means and command a military budget that's larger than any other country on earth. And if gold is a competitor to the dollar, gold is really, it serves as a barometer of the health of the dollar as well. And there have been multiple times in recent history that gold has risen precipitously, or silver, against the dollar. And whenever that happens, it's a threat to a debt-based system to see real assets appreciating against the currency in that way. So additionally, you've got other foreign governments that are holders of gold, central banks. And if you can suppress the price of gold against the dollar, you can also suppress the purchasing power of those governments against your own. But what we see now, especially since 2022, with the sanctions that were placed on Russia as a result of the Ukraine invasion, the U.S. Treasury debt is no longer a neutral reserve asset. It's not safe from a national security perspective for countries to rely on dollars or to expect that they might not be seized or sanctioned. And so
this is the problem with sanctions on Russia, stealing people's stuff because you don't like their politics.
Yeah, it was a huge mistake to do that because
it was suicide.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because it really has literally threatened this dollar dominant system of world trade. And I'm not sure why the Biden administration would have been interested in doing that. It seems
because
like
they set out to systematically destroy the United States.
Yeah.
There's no, I don't care what people's stated motives are. I care about what they do. And if everything they do points in the same direction, that's the motive.
Yeah. Don't look at what they say, look at what they do.
Well, that's exactly right. The point of a system is what it does.
Exactly.
And the point of the system they created was to destroy the United States, to knock it from its perch, to degrade it, to break it apart. And destroying the dominance of the dollar was something as insane as their reaction to a war that they started on purpose between Russia and Ukraine. Just tells you everything. But where does that leave us now?
Well, there's a process underway that many people refer to as de-dollarization. And a lot of it's centered around BRICS economy. And you've even seen President Trump talk about threatening sanctions on these countries. I think 100% sanctions if they attempt to move away from the dollar. So he's obviously been advised as to the threat that poses to U.S. national security or foreign policy objectives. But there's a distinct move to look for a neutral reserve asset that can be used to settle balances of payment accounts between various countries that are trading with one another. And historically, it's been dollars and treasuries for decades now as the world's reserve currency, but now they need an alternative. And the only alternative that's ever truly existed has been gold. Some people talk about maybe Bitcoin could serve that purpose. And I mean, on some theoretical level, maybe it could, but it's also got a number of security issues and technical infrastructure problems that many foreign governments
It's based on electricity, okay? And people have to generate electricity. All of this stuff is based on electricity. And all of it. AI, our whole life is based on electricity, and electricity is like a little over 100 years old in its current form. So like this is a pretty new technology, and it can be taken out really, really quickly. So that's just a fact that no one ever wants to say anything about. But like an EMP attack like eliminates crypto and the internet and AI, and you know what I mean? Like it's all sort of transitory actually.
Right. And it's also not as private as one might think.
Well, yeah.
So you have the blockchain where every transaction is public, as it has to be.
Yeah.
And so gold is really the original cryptocurrency because I can have value physically, transfer it to you, and truly nobody knows about it because it doesn't need to happen on a blockchain. The gold is the gold.
How hard is it to transport it privately? And by the way, I should say, I think you and I are both starting with the assumption that it is not a crime to have the fruits of your labor. So it's a crime to steal, of course. It's a crime to defraud people. But if I've earned money, I have a right to have it. You have no right to know where I have it or what I'm doing with it as long as I'm not doing something illegal. And so like, let's just say that's our core assumption, all this money laundering nonsense, which is really just a way to control our population, not to stop money laundering, which is the basis of our government in the first place. All right. So with that in mind, it is not only okay, it's virtuous to have money in a private form that other people can't see or control. That's okay. It's okay because you're not a slave. You're an autonomous person. People worry about the safety of their home now more than ever. Simply Safe is an amazing solution. And with the early access Black Friday sale upon us, there's never been a better time to protect your house, your family this way. So typical security systems react after someone's already broken into your house. It seems a little late, really. Simply Safe takes the opposite approach to stop bad things, home invasions, for example, before they happen. How? Active Guard outdoor protection. Cameras detect threats outside your house, alert real security agents who take action while the intruder is still outside, not in your bedroom. Why doesn't everyone do this? We don't know, but this is a great idea. And Simply Safe works whether you're home or not. You could be around the world. It's got 24/7 coverage no matter where you are. There are no long-term contracts, no hidden fees. You can cancel it anytime you want. It's been repeatedly named best home security system for a good reason. Plus, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you're not risking anything. Don't miss out on Simply Safe's biggest sale of the year, 60% off. Right now, our listeners get 60% off a Simply Safe home security system at simplysafe.com/Tucker. Simply Safe, SIMPLI, safe.com/Tucker. That's the kind of safety you want. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.